Good day. Today we're going to discuss K-12 and its grading system. Do you know that starting in the 2012 to 2013 school year, the education system in the Philippines was enhanced from the 10-year basic education to a 12-year program called the K-12 education program. The K-12 basic education curriculum program incorporates curriculum enhancement, early childhood education, and specialized upper secondary education. In the school year 2015-2016, the Department of Education followed a new competency-based grading system for K-12. Compared to the former knowledge, process, understanding, and performances, the latest will use fewer grading system components and a new transmutation table. Although private schools are not required to implement the same guidelines, DepEd strongly urged them to follow the policies as well. According to the Teacher PS, the K-12 program uses a standard and competency-based grading system. All grades will be based on the weighted row scores of the learner's summative assessments. Written work assess the learner's understanding of concept and application skills. Performance task involves students in the learning process. Quarterly assessments synthesize all the learning skills, concepts, and values learned in an entire quarter. Table 4, weight of the components of grade 1 to 10. Table 5, weight of the components for senior high school. Note that the minimum grade to pass a specific learning area is 60, which transmuted to 75 into report card. Descriptions, grading skills, and remarks.
Hey guys! Did you know what are the written works? And also, did you know how to compute it? Now, I'm going to teach you what are those written works and also how to compute it. So, if you're ready, let's begin.
In written works, we have to make sure that students can express their skills and contents in a written form. The written works are the quizzes, unit or long tests, assignments, article reviews, journals, reaction or reflection papers, news writing, and other form of writing that has a relation to written works. They have different percentage weights that vary according to the nature of the learning area. Like written works in language, AP, EP, they have a 30%. Next is science and math, they have 40%. And in MAPE, EPP, and TLE, they have 20%. So, let's try to compute. First, we have to get the total score for each component. Example, in essay, De La Cruz gets 82 points out of 100. In long quiz, he had 36 points out of 50. And in unit test or long test, he had 78 points out of 100. The total raw score of De La Cruz is 196 points out of 250, the total score of written works. The second step is we have to divide the total raw score 196 points in the highest possible score, which is the 250 points. Then we have to multiply the quotient by 100 to get the percentage of it. The third step is after getting the percentage score, which is 78.4% out of 100%, next we have to multiply it to the percentage of written works, which is the 30%, to get the weighted score, and that's it. The weighted score of De La Cruz is 23.52% over 30%. That's how you compute written works.
To compute the grades in performance task, first, get the total score for each component. For example, in performance task 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, the learner's score are 12, 13, 19, 15, 16, and 25. And the highest possible score is 15, 15, 25, 20, 20, and 25. Get the total score for each, and the result is 100 and 120. 100 for learner's raw score and 120 for highest possible score. After that, divide the total raw score by the highest possible score. Then multiply the quotient by 100%. For example, 100 divided by 120 times 100. And then, convert percentage scores to weighted scores. Multiply the percentage score by the weight of the component. Add the weighted scores for each component. And the result will be initial grade. And last, transmute the initial grade using the transmutation table. Thank you.
So now, let's talk about quarterly assessment and how it is being computed. According to teacherph.com, quarterly assessment measures student learning at the end of the quarter. There may be in the term of objective test, performance-based assessment, or a combination thereof. In three components of summative assessment, quarterly assessment equivalent to 20%. So now, let's jump on how quarterly assessment is being computed. So now, let's have this formula. Periodical test score over periodical test number of items is equals to periodical test grade. The periodical test grade is multiplied by 20% or 0.20 and its product is the quarterly assessment grade. Let's have this example. Win Mitawin gained a score of 50 over 60 in his Filipino periodical test. 50 over 60 is equals to 83.33 or 83.33%. The 83.33 will be multiplied by 20% or 0.20 which is equals to 16.67. Now, 16.67 is Win Metawin's quarterly assessment grade.
Teacher may input the names of learners, raw scores, and the highest possible scores of written work and performance tasks. Meanwhile, the template will compute the percentage score, weighted score, and transmuted grade based on the weight and transmutation table provided above mention of DepEd memorandum. So now, we are going to transmute all the grades that we have been computed. So let's go! First, we are going to add all of the weighted score of each components. Written works, 23.52%, performance tasks, 41.65%, and the quarterly assessment, 16.67%. The result will be the initial grade. So the initial grade of these components is 81.84%. After this, we are now going to look at the transmutation table for K-12 grading system. So here, we can see that the transmuted grade of the initial grade, 81.84, is equivalent to 88.
Now, I'm going to teach you how to compute grades at the end of the school year. To get the general average, you have to divide the sum of final grades of all learning areas to the total number of learning areas in the grade level. Example, the sum of final grade of the students in all learning areas is 691. Then the last step is you have to divide it in 8 because the total number of learning areas in the grade level of the student is 8. Then you will get the average of 86. That's how you compute grades at the end of the school year.
Hi guys! So do you know what is learners retention and promotion? So now, let's know about it first.
Learner's retention. It's a process by which the new information is transferred from our short-term to long-term memory. In other words, it's all about making new knowledge sticks. Learner's promotion is to promoting the students to next grade level. even when they have not learned the material they were taught or achieved expected learning standards. This is the way how will you promote the students in next grade level. But how is that possible?
Here are some examples for the learners' promotion and retention for grades 1 to 3 learners, for 4 to 10 learners. And here, they need to pass all learning areas in junior high school to earn the junior high school certificate and be promoted in senior high school.
How are learners promoted or retained at the end of the school year? The student must at least meet the final grade of 75 or higher in all learning areas to be promoted in the next year level. If not, they will need to attend a remedial class for them to be promoted.
The recomputed final grade or RFG ay nakukuha sa final grade ng student and sa kanyang remedial class mark. Let's say for example, ang final grade ng student ay 73, then ang kanyang remedial class mark ay 85. Hit lang na i-add itong dalawa. So final grade na 73 plus remedial class mark na 85 equals 158. Then divide by 2. The total is 79. And that is the recomputed final grade. The teacher of the remedial class need issues the certificate of recomputed final grade, which is noted by the school principal. And this is submitted to the division of office that must be attached to both Form 137 and School Form number 5. That's all. Thank you!